Sorry about that, guys.
It's like a session 0.
Session 0.
Session 0 into session 1.
Yeah.
Now.
Session 0.5.
Good. Good thing I've been preparing this. Good thing I'm preparing a YouTube list of ambiance music that we will be using. So, what are we going to start with?
I can tell you what they say. Okay. Or you can ask me what they say because.
Which dice?
I know exactly how we're going to start here.
13 times. First dice I ever played.
I mean, you should.
After the commercial.
These are the first dice I ever got. They'll end up screwing you over.
Plant-based foods.
Funny. They did once.
So,
DM not having YouTube Red to
before-
avoid commercials in between his music.
Alright, before I forget, guys, as we're playing IcewindDale, I asked just a couple of things to try and keep the main theming of IcewindDale's horror as much as possible while keeping it fun. I ask that any joking in that be taken whenever you guys are in the middle of a rest or you're in a tavern, to try and keep up the horror as much as possible. Okay?
Yes, I will joke as much as possible whenever I'm getting mauled by a purple worm.
It's mostly so that way I can try and keep the atmosphere
Makes sense. Keep everything keep us immersed.
as much as possible, considering.
Like a more
My
serious.
immersion.
So just a more serious tone than
A
stuff.
little more, yes. I'm not saying we can't have levity, because to have a good horror, you have to have some levity to make things feel a little more lighter. So that way, the scary things will have more gravity to them. Understand?
Yep.
Because if everything's grim dark all the time, you just end up with Warhammer 40k.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except orcs.
Or orcs are funny.
Orcs are the only levity.
I know what they did to you.
But,
We were brothers
and like I said before, this game is very deadly. If you're not careful, you will die. And I'm not talking about creatures. You also have to deal with the environment as well. Because you will be in an Arctic tundra. Alright?
I can't speak for anyone else, but
Scorch, check the traps.
So,
Goes.
It's like we end up.
I'm just making sure that I get...
Like, Scorch, where are you at?
Were you in
I'm just trying to make sure I get the right... Because remember, we're going off a full module this time.
Yep.
So basically, she is the daughter of the guy. He is a Swedish spy.
Alright.
You know him from the war.
Yeah.
He's
To
been
begin.
here undercover for months.
IcewindDale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Hold on. Sorry. Let me restart that.
Two bullets have to go on.
IcewindDale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountain, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, bitter darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen.
I have an idea there.
Most Dale residents blame Oliel, the Frost Maiden, the goddess of winter's wrath.
Let me tell me.
The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay.
I could try to play for it.
Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travel between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated.
Swap places.
Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming.
I'm going to try to switch the voice there.
For adventurers such as yourselves,
Just a moment, please.
10
Try
Towns
using
is a
her
place
voice.
to test one's mettle. And, in the spirit of heroes who have come
I'm
before,
sorry, it's just,
leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land.
Hey, can you help me?
You lot have been traveling to 10
Getting
towns
the rope out.
through the spine of the world.
Mentalos, is it?
On the 10 trails itself, but have taken shelter from a blizzard
You,
within a small shallow cave made as a checkpoint. You were able to make a quick fire with the dry wood that has been stored there, and are trying to keep warm from the winter's bitter bite that comes in through the opening.
Alright,
And as you sit there watching the fires,
so, how's this gonna go?
you are able to
I just
speak with each other.
I'm sorry. I was talking with Olivier, and he said a couple of.
So you said we're in like a cave?
It's a small cave. It's not like a deep cave. It's like, it goes in a little bit, but it's immediate. You can immediately see the end of it.
Probably like 20-30 feet.
Pretty much. Enough to keep you guys out of the weather.
Where is Olivier? I'll kill him.
So is it just us, or
It's
is there
just you guys.
just us?
14.
Have we been traveling the entire trail together?
Not entirely. You just met up like somewhere within
Yeah.
the spine of the world's 10 trails.
Run off there.
But you are but before the blizzard hit, you were able to see the top of Kelvin's cairn. And at its base, you were able to see Bryn Shander and the other towns of IcewindDale.
I'm sorry. A woman needs a moment to collect herself.
Okay.
I'll go after him so they leave. You go, alright, so.
So what do you say? What do you do?
Window.
It is your first rest, after all.
I will just sit near the fire, but
So,
not near enough that I'm in the light.
You still have your book?
Trying to keep yourself cold, well, warm, yet
Warm, but
hidden in
out
shadow
of sight.
as much as possible. You sit there, ensuring that the flames create more of a shadow upon you with your hood
Time for the fireworks.
to hide your visage.
I am going to get up and walk towards the mouth of the cave. Not like so much where he's in the weather, but still just kind of in the mouth of the cave, just looking at all the towns.
You can't at the moment. As I said, there's a blizzard going on right now.
Okay. Well, I guess he's just looking at the snow then.
It's not... You can only see about... Let me double check here. You can only see for about 30 feet maximum. That's pushing it. This blizzard is heavy. But the warmth of the fire does reflect off of the walls of the cave, giving at least a slight bit of comfort.
It's wonderful. Sorry, there. Been talking to this wonderful gentleman, Corpus. He's been.
When will this blizzard let up?
At least there's something nice out there.
Freezing here.
Corvus. You're not making a move on my sister, are you? Well, why not?
My character's probably just doing the same thing I am, fumbling with a couple of dice.
I keep playing.
Do you have dice in your inventory?
I don't think I have them in my inventory, but
Note it down that you now do.
yeah,
It doesn't weigh much.
because I have proficiency with dice games.
Yeah,
So.
I'll just say you have a set of dice.
Yeah.
Note it down though, just to be safe.
And I don't say much. I'm just waiting for the blizzard to blow over.
At this point, this blizzard has gone on for quite a few hours.
So,
Like, and although the warmth of the fire does its effective purpose of keeping you warm, the slight gust of the biting wind does come in.
is here to
And deep into your, and you feel the cold even down to your bones.
Like I said, the
I might be
fireworks
dumb,
are going
but-
off, and all this happened while the fireworks were going off.
How much firewood we got left?
You've got a lot there.
The band, the constructs are still there, but you don't see them anymore.
Seems as though it's good for about the next day at most.
I'm concerned there may be something wrong with it, with the known.
Can I make a nature check to try and judge how much longer I think the blizzard's gonna last?
Give me a knowledge nature.
Is anybody protecting him? Or, like, does he have guards around him?
Alright, 13.
13. It's been going on for about 3 hours at the moment. It could die down at any moment, but from the way it looks, it's not anytime soon.
I'm gonna go find.
He's gonna turn around, head back to the fire, and then just sit down.
Alright.
I'm offered to play cards with 0.
This is a coup.
2 at the top.
Say it in character.
Hey, you wanna play a card game while this blizzard goes on?
Okay.
So, being.
Could be a good use of our time.
Alright.
And we play cards.
Alright. You don't need to roll for it. It's back and forth a lot of the time. Whatever game you play. It's at this point, however,
After you're investigating these constructs, you
Is-
notice that the dog is playing the flute, and you determine that it is actually.
where in the world did it go? I had a different. Oh well.
Blowgun.
What do your guys' characters look like, by the way?
And
As the wind
at that
howls,
point, you hear
it does blow
they
out
start, like,
your fire.
starting to play their music again. Darts pointed right
As
at
the wind also blows your cards further into the cave.
Minister is and malware mentalist is. You can try to disable it if you want.
Dang it.
I guess I'll start working to relight the fire.
Or
Give me a survival check.
I will assist with
whatever
that.
you can disable
Alright, that's a
Why are you
25.
rolling 2 dice?
He was helping
I'm
me.
help action advantage.
So what's the total?
25.
25. You're able to get some of the dry wood and just. You got this small spark of a fire started.
So
Give me one more survival check to see if you're able to get a proper fire going now.
That is a 24.
24. You're able to stick it underneath a pile of, under the pile of wood that you had going before, and it does go back up.
So as the fire probably comes up in my face, you can see that even though I keep myself pretty cloaked and back out of the light, in this one instance, you can see that I've got some horns that crop up over my head, in arcing like fashion, like kind of goat or ramish, but can also be mistaken for. I don't know, maybe like black dragon draconic-like horns, because they have the same kind of arc
I
to
was about
them.
to ask, are you Dragon Ball?
No,
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 he
no.
looks more human,
I'm
Oh,
so to
look
say.
more human. You can see that behind me there is a bulge in my cape, so it makes sense that you could think that I have a tail. But if I do, I'm keeping it wrapped around my leg and closely hidden. And then once the fires come back up, I duck back. My face is covered, presumably because of the cold.
Alright.
so he just doesn't really acknowledge you. Just, everyone's got their secrets, so he might as well just keep it to himself.
Oh yeah, and the coloration on my horns is a pale blue, almost like the wintry sky.
Is that your whole entire flesh, or is it just the horns? Is that, are you pale blue?
That would be the entirety of my color,
Okay.
but all they can see right now is the horns.
Okay. And as you are sitting there, yet again, another gust comes in and blows out your fire.
He goes to relight it.
And I will assist
blizzard.
again. This time.
second here.
14.
That's a 22 for the first survival check.
22.
Yep.
As you go to start lighting it, you are just about to get it,
What'd you get?
but you do notice something in the corner of your eye,
Can I make
looking in.
Can I make a perception check? To
No.
see? Okay.
Alright, so
He kind of
the
stops,
is,
grabs his spear, and just stands there pointing it at whatever is.
As you're turning to point it towards the entrance of the cave, as what you saw, what you did, there's nothing there.
Constructs that are now coming to life.
Puts it away, gets back down, starts trying to light the fire.
You, one more survival.
With advantage, I'm helping again.
Alright, so
He rolled 1. Yeah. 12.
12.
goes first. So
You're just barely able to get the fire back up again.
This time I'll take out my bedroll and I'll sit on one side of the fire that is in front of the cave entrance. So like the
Okay.
cave entrance.
So the cave
me,
entrance
fire,
is immediately behind you now.
immediately behind me, and I'll take out my bedroll and wrap it around and hand it over to him to create like a little wall,
Barrier.
a barrier of the wind for the fire.
Alright, you're able to do so.
But yeah, I'll make the best barrier I can so the fire doesn't get blown out again with the
Alrighty.
bedroll. And I guess I kind of just stand up, go back to one of the walls, and just kind of boom, and power off.
these are constructs as well.
And now that I'm sitting consistently in firelight, my clothes are all a deep black with scarlet red trimmings. And on my back there is this big greatsword that I carry with me that is also a solid black with some painted trimmings up the middle and along the hilt that are also scarlet red.
So if you come back from getting all the cards off the ground,
Yeah.
so you come back and you just see both of us.
Pouting out of frustration of my cards being blown away.
Yeah, by the time you get back, you just see both of us sleeping.
Alright.
He's gonna take advantage because he goes first. So
I guess if both of them went to sleep, I'll...
Alright. So, as you guys are sitting there,
what are you gonna do first?
the blizzard does eventually die down within the hour. As you're able to see outside again without any problems, yet a light snow does come down.
You can get all three of them.
Well, it's time to get going while we can.
Seems about right. Set out.
And we head
Alright.
down to where are we going?
10 towns.
10 towns.
How much damage?
Start heading down.
And according to the 10 trails, the only city that you're able to reach would be Bryn Shonder.
And you said we could see Bryn Shonder from. the
You're
cave,
able to
right?
see all of 10 towns from where you are.
Okay.
So we're like up here-ish
Yes.
on the mountain trail, and we can peer down off the mountains and see all of it.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay, so it's just a matter of going down the hill essentially.
I will say you guys do have a map, so that way you know
Yeah.
each town and what they're called.
The wizard that would normally have
Alright.
counterspelled that.
Yeah, we'll start heading to Bryn Shonder.
Alrighty. Who's going to lead the way?
I guess I'll be lead.
Alright.
That actually blows
I need
all
you
the-
to give me a survival check.
Alright.
With advantage.
Okay.
Since you're on the trail, that is.
With a map.
With a map.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24.
24.
to
Not a
materialize.
problem.
It's a bonus action to shoot it.
Despite the
You destroy the
Fresh snow.
the fresh
Yeah.
snow that is upon the ground, you're able to
Able to
decipher
judge
where the
where-
trail
Yeah.
is.
mass and tools of assassination.
Until eventually you finally reach the entrance to 10 towns.
Okay.
Let's get this.
Other than, I'm sorry, actually, that's the
Pardon the commercial, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, so you have to move.
You approach Ten Town. You approach Bryn Shander, which is right over there. Let me just get to this real quick here. As you approach Bryn Shander, you approach a city that has very high stone walls and is very pretty. And from the other towns that you were able to see on your way over, it's the most fortified of them.
So are we like at like a gate, or is it like walking in?
You're able to walk in at the city gate.
Okay. Are you going into the captain's?
And as you go in, you see that the guards are all keeping an eye on you, but nothing too much. As you see what looks like a dwarven woman come up to you, fully like decked out in armors, as she says, "Well met, travelers. Keep your fingers and extremities under wraps, lest a row bite them. Mind your tempers, and you'll be most welcome here." At this point, though, you do see the other guards just starting to, as this woman continues. "Brought goods to sell? The markets lie straight ahead. Craving a warm drink? May I recommend a drop of Firebeard's Fire Brandy, sold only at Kelvin's Comfort, located on your right as you enter the market square."
At the end of that, you do get another saving throw.
As she looks at you with a smile on her face.
Because you're out of the line of sight.
"So what brings you lot into town today?"
Work.
No, that's
"Work, you say? Oh,
you don't have to dash. You can't dash any next.
there's plenty of work to be had around,
Now,
but the guard don't really need anything done at the moment. I bet you'll be able to find something over at the tavern."
I guess I just start heading towards the tavern then.
Alrighty.
and there's chaos on board.
Guess I will too.
Most of the crowd.
Cards are full of a little bit.
So, you finally are able to enter into town proper, as you see the hustle and bustle of the guards going back and forth, making sure everything's straight and all whatnot. But as you look out further into the city, it's like, although you see lights, warm lights coming from each of the houses and buildings, the outside's an absolute ghost town, with only the occasional person in very heavy clothing going to somewhere on occasion.
So basically all civilians are off the streets and it's really just the guards that are still outside.
Unfortunately.
I just sent you a message.
Huh?
I just sent you a message.
You can spiritual weapons still. Oh, you can't. You're right. Right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's.
I'll get to you in that in a moment.
I'm gonna put myself.
But where do you guys go?
Me and him are heading to the tavern.
Same one? The same tavern?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You tried to like grab him or something. You tried to hold person. Which is fine. That would work.
So, you enter into Kelvin's Comfort. As I wait for this to pass.
What's that? That's your cover?
There we go.
Ooh.
Kelvin's Comfort is pretty bustling, but it's not too
Just kind of like your average.
busy.
Like your
And it's
average.
not as loud as it shows in here. It's much more quiet with the occasional talking. So the murmur you're hearing
Much more
is much.
demure.
Yes. There's a fireplace going over the hearth as there's a pig being cooked over a spit. With the barkeep tending to a few of the monks and handing out drinks.
He has no weapons.
More specifically, a dwarven man who is taking care of the drinks at the moment. As he turns to you, he's like, "Well, come in, don't let the cold in."
Walk in.
Alright, you do so. Is there any particular place you'd like to sit?
I guess I'll just sit down at one of the tables, preferably if it's empty.
Alrighty, there's a good number of empty tables. So, as you two are sitting down, you don't really see anybody you don't really find who you're looking for. And you do take I take it you do take a seat?
Yeah. I'll sit down in a dark corner. I'm edgy.
Are you sitting down with us or just in a random corner?
Just in a random corner, all by myself.
Okay.
Alright. As you do that, As you do that, a nice young woman does come up to you and is like, "What would you like? Would you like a drink? Any food or anything?"
I simply nod.
Alright. And food or drink?
No use for food or drink.
Can you speak up, dude?
I have no use for food or drink.
Just water would be fine, please.
Oh, we'll get you some water and you some food and ale. As she rushes over.
And I shake my coin purse. How much?
Oh, yes. Sorry about this. Oh, so there we go.
It ain't plain. So do you guys want a donut? Just let me know so I can pass them to you.
I was gonna say it's a hard one, DC-20 that we got, which is supposed to be a hard
Here it is. Mine will be about 4 copper and a basic, pretty much a meal that we're able to serve will be about 3 silver.
Okay. Now I have to roll my gold because I forgot to do that.
just dexterity
I think
with
for paladins, like,
It should. Oh, you're doing the rolling method rather than.
Isn't that how you're supposed to do it?
I mean, if you would go off the gold from your background. Unless, did you go for the choices on your class in terms of equipment?
Yeah.
Then you would go off of only the gold that's on your background.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. Every time me and my friends have played D&D, we'd roll and get our equipment. That's just something that I didn't realize.
It's one or the other. That's what it says.
Okay, that's fine. That would be 15 then.
Alrighty. And just so you guys know, 10 copper is a silver, 10 silver is a gold.
And you said 4 silver, right?
3 silver and 4 copper.
So that's 6.
By the way, Ryuji, when you were looking around for the person you're looking for, I want you to roll me a die 10 for something.
Just a D10?
Just a d10.
10.
10. You hear a couple of dwarves speaking a little. Oh, down.
Can you turn that down just a little bit?
Oh, yeah. That should be a little better.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
There we go. It's about this level.
Yeah.
Hey, you hear about what happened to Tunneling? No, what? Yeah, the speaker there, he closed down the mine. What? Really? Why is that? I heard that there's some kobolds that had gotten into the mine or something. Really? Kobolds? Yeah. How did they get in there? Oh. But I did hear that the speaker is looking for people to clear the kobolds out of those mines. Really? How much is he paying? That's all I heard.
Minister has been stabbed
Let's see.
holding the what you have poisoned with the poison gas.
That's about all you're able to hear.
I walk up to them, get up from my seat and walk up to them, squat.
Can we help you?
I can go for.
Where are these mines at?
They're in Tourmaline. If you head on over to Targos, which is to the west of here, and take the northeastern path immediately, you'll be able to reach Tourmaline. I take it you just overheard us.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, what all did you hear?
Just that the mine had an infestation.
Well, I don't know how much, but the speaker is going to be paying people for clearing those mines out of kobolds.
I just nod and go back to my seat, wait for my food.
Alrighty. Alright, so about that time you would be able to get your food.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to finish it.
Food and drink. As for you two, as you're sitting there, what would you two like to do?
What all is like in the bar to do? Like, there's order food.
There's a couple. It seems like it's more downer. Like it's not very energetic, as what a tavern should be. I mean, there's a couple of drunken dwarves, but that's about as rambunctious as this place seems to be.
Yes, he just stays where he is and actually asks you. Do we know each other's names yet, or do we just kind of like know each other?
If you guys wanted to introduce yourselves before meeting up before the cave scene, you can.
I probably wouldn't have. If you guys went and said your names, I would have just nodded and moved on.
Yeah, I'll say we did that. He gestures to Arjun and he just goes, "Would you like to continue our game?"
Yes, I would.
And then we just start playing cards again.
Alrighty. A man does come up to you as he says, "Mind if I join?"
Yeah, sure, why not?
He pulls out a seat, sits down. Wench, one mug, please. Sorry about that. I do have a picture of what he looks like.
Is he
The closest
another?
way I can describe him is that he looks like fantasy Liam Neeson. There's no other way for me to describe him.
Is he a dwarf or a human?
He's a full human, like this one here.
Your elbow's in my way.
Oh, sorry.
He really does look like Liam Neeson.
That's the only way to describe his portrait. I messed up. Oh well. Oh, let's get to this. So, what brings you out here? Are you with the other two? No?
No,
Off in the
he's
corner,
just in
being dark and edgy.
You won't be able to hear this conversation then.
Okay.
So what brings you two here as he picks up his cards?
Just mainly looking for work is all.
Like any adventurer, I take it.
Yeah, just traveling, seeing what we can find.
Well, what game did you guys want to play in terms of?
I guess just blackjack.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll say that you're the first one to deal. Let me roll something. Okay.
I think at this point there with the whole crowd there,
As he's looking at his cards,
go out there like there's like as many people around these consoles.
there might be something that, if you're you two, I take it you two are looking for work.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yes, we are.
Even they bring the creatures with a crazy
By the way,
basically using the singing tribe.
I heard that Karakone, which is probably the furthest northeastern town of 10 towns. I heard that there's some banditry going on there.
They're all out of sight, so you get
Like,
to save those.
people's stuff are going missing, but nobody can place a thief.
At this point, all of the knights and the wizard are involved in the chase. Both going out after.
I'll have to look into that. What do you say?
Under control.
Gives a nod.
They're surrounding her. She has nowhere to go.
Well,
I'm jumping in. You jumping in anyway? Alright.
ooh, I see.
Jump in.
Do that.
She's right there, right?
And
Well, it's your turn now.
he asks whoever the man is that's playing with us, just
My name is Barrack.
Well, you have to touch her, right? So,
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you, he says. And your names are...
you may call me Zero.
I am Arjan.
just doing my mission.
I thought I heard something different, I'm sorry.
Alright.
So that is.
What is your name?
Arjan.
17 to hit.
Arjan.
Arjhan.
Yep. Well, if I'm... Well, if I may ask, what have you two come here to do anyway? Outside of just adventure? Anything particular?
Like I said, some of the
I am
knights
but a wanderer.
rolling up on rowboats, and they're surrounding you and her. They have crossbows.
We have just been traveling together, going through
After
this place.
you calm down the crowd, it would be her turn.
see.
again. She's basically.
If I may, I am looking for somebody actually. I don't know if you may have heard of him. He's a dwarf, per se.
I can't say that. I'm awful good.
I've heard that this dwarf is somewhere in IcewindDale. I'm not. Have you met any dwarfs along the way?
Have we? Have we seen?
No, not really.
I just shake my head.
Unfortunate. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for him. He's an old friend, let's just say.
Do you have any physical descriptions? Maybe we can find him.
Well, let's just say he seems the type to hold something of history behind him. By the way, roll d20, you two, just no modifiers.
12.
14.
Alright. You are the ultimate winner of the game, as you're able to collect the pool of... How much gold did you bet?
I wasn't betting. I was just
You just win the hand then. Ah. I guess I shouldn't have hit on that one. Note to self, never hit on a 16. Well, thank you again. I just wanted to ask you that.
No problem.
He says as he stands up, nods, and walks to a different part of the tavern and sits down. He does take his mug as well. So what do you do?
so basically he told us of either find the person or the bandits.
Yeah. So we'll go to the bandits first since we know where they are.
Don't forget what I told you beforehand with your character.
If we happen to run into this friend of his.
Regardless, I think it may be a good time to.
So, who was the guy who came over to their table? Like,
Bear.
race?
Human.
Human? Has he left already?
He's just
No,
left.
he just left. I thought he was going to a different part of the tavern.
Yeah,
So-
he is, but
Oh.
he's just left your table.
Gotcha.
So after I finished my meal, keeping an eye on what happened over there,
Okay.
not having had heard it, I'll get up, come over to them, and say, what you get. Bandits. I've got some vermin to exterminate.
So you guys can use this.
The man came over and he was asking about a dwarf.
A stunty.
Yes, he was looking for one.
Said he had.
You're gonna kill that stunty.
No.
Said he wasn't.
Where'd you been?
Honestly, there after that whole thing with the fireworks, something just came over me and I panicked and ran. I don't know what happened.
Alright. So what do you guys do?
Wow, this might be the most exciting armistice ball ever.
I get up
Did you see that?
and
I'm afraid I did, so you'll have to tell me all about it.
that's okay.
Those fireworks were going off. Tybalt was running after
And then we'll hit
somebody
the
because he thought he was
vermin.
there with his son. And then
Sounds
the
like a
band,
plan.
and then this gnome that was the band director tried to stop me. It was insane. Where were you?
And we head out of the tavern and start
Alright.
heading to.
Maybe we should spend the night here because
Actually,
it's
yeah.
late in the day.
It is about
Alright, so we just
pretty late.
we spend the night.
As you're about to stand up, you do see what looks like what looks like three stocky figures just coming in from the cold, all very bundled, as the third one just closes the door behind them.
Not here, that's for sure. Not at least not in this boat.
These three stocky figures, bundled in cold weather garb, stumble towards you since you're closer towards the door. They have snowshoes slung over their backs and ice picks fastened to their belts. Two of them have thick beards. The third holds up a gloved hand and says, through a thick wool scarf in a raspy voice,
Well,
met. I'm Kruna. And these are my friends, Quarks and Storm. We need your help.
I think he went with you.
You look capable.
Well, Olivia will be going also. So yeah.
Congratulations, you might have
He said
the
they have
first scan
thick
of your-
beards. Or
Two of them.
Two of them. Are they?
You can't tell if
All right.
the third one has a beard or not.
Well, are the ones that obviously have beards short? Are they stunties?
They're dwarves. You can,
They're dwarves. They're
It's not
stunties.
hard.
Okay.
It's not hard to figure that out.
Says, this confirms the oracle's lore speaks true words with common promise. This makes it valuable beyond compare.
Alright. Do you...
Along with my assistance,
It's the dwarf who spoke to you, Runa, undoes her mask to show a little bit more of her face.
until then, there's much to be done. I trust you allow me
Do
to
tell.
further in these matters.
Well, we're the survivors of a group of dwarves tasked with delivering a sled of iron ingots here to Bryn Shander. The Yeti surprised us and killed a member of our group. The rest of us fled as the Yeti tore Ubok limb from limb. Now we need someone to go back and get the sled for us. As payment, we will offer you a gemstone of 50 gold. Friendship. The friendship of the dwarves of IcewindDale can also be a boon in these harsh times. We'll need snowshoes to make the trip in good time.
Zero asks the. What was her name?
Runa.
Where is the sled located?
Also, Orsino gave you his dog. I forgot to tell you.
It's not too far from here, actually.
And it is a ring of evasion.
It's probably good hours trek from here to where we were last attacked. Hopefully the sled's still there. We're gonna need the iron.
In an hour's trek, could we make that there and then an hour back before nightfall?
It's technically already night.
Okay.
But, cause, like, since you were in the spine of the world, it seemed like it's been night the whole time.
Well, right, but I mean, like, if we go out and make the trek, are we gonna have to make an exhaustion check because of staying
don't-
up past
No.
the 16 hours?
No.
Okay.
Like, you guys were able to get a good rest, like, pretty much right when you're in that cave. It was, like, literally morning, if you will,
Okay.
in terms of...
So
time
basically, it's kind of like midday technically now.
frame. So to say.
Yeah. So seems close enough. We can do that before night. Where can we get some snowshoes?
You can probably get them anywhere. Anywhere that's able to sell... Come on, Jack. Really?
It's windy. It's howling out.
They're in a tavern.
You can still hear the wind blowing outside.
Wind in the tavern.
Thaumaturgy. I don't have thaumaturgy.
Anyway,
I was always-
well, you could probably get any good snow gear from any general store. And they'll all be well made. Save for those over at Big Iron Blades. Because the two dwarves can just
Next week, I don't know yet.
Then we'll avoid that shop.
I'll be back or not, but I'll tell you guys probably when I'll be back. Wednesday, Thursday. Everybody know next week if I can remember that one?
Alright. Well, if you do find it, please come back.
Can you point out where it is?
She does.
I'm not gonna
She says it's.
I gotta go. But
She says it's about like over in this general area,
maybe
according to the map.
prepared for roll 20 for a long time.
It's not that far.
You can also play the game I was talking about. Monster.
Okay. So,
They have character sheets for it.
guess we'll go ahead, buy ourselves some. Well, I will at least buy myself some snowshoes
Alrighty.
Either salt marsh.
and get ready to head out.
Alrighty. To get snowshoes, it'll be 2 gold.
We have a hotel.
Those are expensive.
Schedule while I'm gone.
Could do you think I would need snowshoes?
I mean, don't forget to calculate your actual physical weight. Because considering snow, you're going to sink quick.
True.
Yeah, the point
And
of
there's actually an equation for that in Eberron for that.
the point of snowshoes is so that you don't fall into the snow when you step.
Okay,
Yeah.
so probably should get those.
Because sometimes, especially in like high north and even in like Alaska, after a blizzard, snows can easily be 10 feet deep, and you'll just go outside and
This is fantasy Russia, by the way.
Yeah.
In terms of weather.
yeah.
But that
I
aside,
guess I'll get snowshoes then too. I see it down.
Can you see one? Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see a bunch of them.
Can you have one? That's a different story.
That looks really good. Bells on, hiding like Swedish meatballs.
so,
What would I roll for like my weight?
for your weight?
Yes.
Normally it's something like simple for any race, but for Warforged specifically, you are much heavier. Let me just get to...
Because you are machine.
Big
Let's
metal
see,
boy.
you are... Alright, so here's... Okay, so roll me 2 dice 6 first. This is stuff to record on the back of your main character sheet.
Okay.
Wait, I thought I gave you another character sheet to record your main stuff
did.
onto.
Something back here.
So on the back of that one, you'll see some flavor stuff. You're going to write it onto the top of part of it. So first, roll 2 dice 6,
5 and 4.
5 and 4. So note down 9 for now, because that's going to come in handy for the next 2 bits.
Oh yeah, do you need my weight as well?
When we get there, one moment.
Okay.
Your height is 5 feet plus 10 inches
5
plus 9 inches. So 5 feet plus 19 inches.
So that's 6.
Sometimes I do engineering, but it's more just like
5 feet 10 plus 9.
putting in
6, 7.
Yeah.
may or may not require
6, 7.
most expenses.
Alright.
Right now,
Alrighty.
I have my travels for
So you're 6'7"?
Yep,
I'm 6'8".
You're just taller
So
than him.
we're
By-
we tall. Tall gang.
Tall
How tall are
boys.
you?
I didn't calculate that.
Hey, there's no need to calculate.
Oh.
Like, you can make whatever height you'd like to
not
be.
here is because
2,
I
4.
Why don't you be the short one?
stay over the
Like,
weekend.
you're just 5 foot tall, even.
Let's all be tall boys.
Boys are back in town. Anyway, as for your
Might
weight,
be able to just
uh,
drive there on
4
Monday,
times
drive back on
9,
Friday.
So
36,
36.
and then you add that to 270.
36 plus 270.
That's hefty. He's
Easy.
heavier than me for certain.
36.
He is wood and metal.
Well, yeah.
36 plus 270.
36 plus 270.
I'm flesh and
306 pounds.
That's how much you weigh.
All right.
So, you probably weigh about it. Your character's probably, like, your character, definitely taller than me, but weighs about as much as I do.
Gotcha.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a quick drink.
All right.
I'll be right in the middle. 6, 7. Wait, he can't be 6, 7 and a half.
6, 7 in the head.
Well, you have to be up. What's your first class score?
What was your character's name? Oh yeah, Archon.
Yeah.
Wife's like, is he awake?
And you're Dragonborn?
Yeah.
Your scales.
Yeah, we'll feel like it's studying on it's because they're
And
on
your clank.
online school. You still have to log in your class, though, right? But not if it's studying
Funky
online.
boy.
My character's an asshat. If you
We
can't tell.
we can tell, considering he calls dwarves what stumpies.
Yeah.
Stunties.
I like it.
Sounds like the name of a restaurant.
Yeah, it
A
does.
dwarven chain.
Stunty.
Stumpies.
Maybe that's
No,
where he got the
stunt.
name.
Oh,
Like they're
stunties.
stunted.
I get ya.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Swaps between that and squats.
I was starting to have
oh, nope, not that one.
In Warhammer 40,000, dwarves are called
Here we go.
squats.
There we go.
Of course.
Squats are stunties. That's the derogatory term.
So, you will benefit from snowshoes, but so you're not as heavy as you thought you were.
All right, so I'll just go buy some snowshoes then.
Alrighty. So, that is also 2 gold from you. Would you like to get snowshoes?
Yeah.
Do you have winter clothing, either of you?
I mean,
believe so, no.
would the cold affect me? Because robot boy?
Relatively. I mean, if you get like ice sheets
I'm gonna
or
say
in the water.
no.
Okay, so I guess I'm fine with the way I am. I won't get winter clothes.
Alrighty, give me a second here.
Okay, so maybe this is my bad because it was an assumption, but winter clothes were an assumption on my part.
I mean,
Mm.
Winter clothes?
Were an assumption.
but
an
yeah,
assume,
we're still
because
in
we
town.
knew where we
We're
were
still
going.
in
Yeah.
town, so you can just buy.
No, I didn't say that.
Alrighty. Don't. Hey,
Oh,
no, that just look at it in quiet because it relates to something.
gotcha.
That's a better explained answer.
Makes sense.
Alright, so are you getting winter clothes and snowshoes?
Yeah, I guess I'll get
Alright,
winter
so
clothes.
to get both of them, that's a total of 12 gold.
I don't have that much.
Right.
10 gold for winter clothes.
I don't have that much. I'm in debt, boys.
I thought you already bought yours.
Like I said, it was an assumption on my part.
Oh, okay.
I can't afford that.
You can't?
No.
Can you afford one or the other?
Yeah, I can get snowshoes.
Okay.
Jesus
Money. Money.
I'm in debt.
Alright, so I think you guys are going to begin the trek.
Yep. Heading towards silver.
Alright, you. Give me a survival.
Survival. Alright, 21.
Nope, wrong book. 1 second. I'm just making sure I got the right page here.
Whenever you
Sorry.
get to an ability score increase, just go with wisdom.
So,
What? Probably like 5th level maybe?
so
Fourth.
as you
4th level.
as you are traveling in the direction.
Got a 21 for the
Yep.
survival.
Okay. So you're traveling in the direction you are, as you travel, a blizzard is starting to come down upon you guys.
How long have we been traveling?
A good half hour.
Does it look like there's any, I guess, caves nearby we might be able
Nope.
to...
You're in the thick of it now, boys.
Should we head back?
Before we
I will
close.
say though that from your passive perception, you're about a couple of miles away from where the location was said to be.
We're close.
I just don't want to get caught in a blizzard.
Are we closer to the?
By
Where
the
we came
way,
from?
since you guys are now in a blizzard, give me a Constitution save.
This one.
Anything else? Anything?
Not bad.
In the dice tray, by the way, so you're not.
Oh,
So you only roll it again.
our tents a thing.
Yes.
Okay. What about the you know, like in real life, they have the
Oh.
tents that are specifically
Oh,
for
I know.
hiking in winter.
Oh yeah.
Do we have those?
That's gonna be.
Because that is something I would have bought before we
Oh
left
yeah.
town. If
Oh
I
no
could
no I
afford
know.
it.
Hold on. So roll in the dice tray.
Reroll.
That wasn't in the dice tray.
Of course. When it's in the dice tray, it's bad. 6.
Bum, bum. So like a tent made for like two
It's
people, so to say.
cursed.
Yeah.
That's 2 gold.
2 gold. Hey,
A
I
10
got it.
costs less than
All right. What was the save?
6.
chili?
Okay.
I got it in the tray. It was bad.
Well,
Arjun just freezes. It's like the shine.
you gain a level of exhaustion.
Be fine. Just sleep it off.
Passes out in the snow.
I'm actually gonna start setting up the tent right where we're at.
Alrighty. It takes about an hour to get it set up, even with.
Even
I'll-
with
On
help.
yeah, that is long.
Take it.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially with help.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're able to get a tent set up.
I'm assuming you
Okay.
don't need to be in here.
I do not require.
Strip.
What?
As
Okay.
Alright.
Whatever you say, Dice.
well, no, actually, if you're going camping, like on people who climb mountains, if you're going camping in somewhere that's in this kind of weather, I forget what the type of tent is called, but it's a specific tent that is very small and like a conal shape. So 2 people get in per. What you do is you strip naked and you get
Yeah.
in together.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an actual thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
body warmth
It's-
and everything.
And it's not gay.
No, it's better. It adds to your survivability rather than wearing clothes and
Yeah.
keeping the heat to yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you-
Yeah, it's called survival tactics.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
I heard of
all
that.
about
Yeah.
living.
Yeah.
Yes.
And since we are flesh bags,
So,
and you're a reptile, you need the extra heat.
alright,
Yeah.
Imagine
so
being a flesh.
you guys are gonna wait for the blizzard to die down.
Yeah.
Alright. So I rule for how long this blizzard's gonna be, and it's gonna be for 8 hours. Essentially a
Lord.
long rest. So
Okay.
you will get your exhaustion back. But there is something that will happen during the blizzard.
I guess.
That isn't good.
Well, they're in the 10 also.
You're keeping
Yeah, I'm basically keeping watch.
out in the distance, thanks to your high passive perception, you see something. A familiar shape.
I'd say, does it look like the same shape I
It's
saw in
very
the cave?
familiar in terms of what it looks like, but much farther away.
He continues to stand at it with his spear kind of just at his side, seeing if it either comes closer or vanishes.
Do Warforges blink?
No.
They do not.
Because you're just focusing on this figure, gone. But in your off in the distance, a little bit further ahead, closer, you see that that silhouette again.
He continues to watch it, and he takes a step forward.
You do so. The snow crunches beneath your feet, beneath the snowshoes. As you get yourself ready,
Kind of looks back at the tent, and then looks back at where the figure was. Is it gone again?
gone.
Does he see it anywhere around him still, or is it just...
As you're quickly looking around, it's hard to see because of this blizzard. Your vision goes out to a maximum of 30 feet.
Yeah. So he takes a step back in front of the tent, and just keeps watch.
As you're backing up, you bump into something big. Not large in size, but bigger than you. And definitely living.
It's bigger than...
Bigger.
Does it feel hairy?
Yes.
He takes his spear and quickly just...
You do
shoots
so.
it.
Nothing is there. You know that there was something there.
Back in his position and just standing straight up and little concerned, like wondering what...
Give me a perception check this time.
Perception? Yeah. Perception.
What book is that tiefling feat in?
That is Xanathar's.
That'd be a 14 to perception.
Does baby want milk? I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I know. I'm kidding.
Can I use my passive perception instead of my roll?
This is different.
Okay, so I rolled a 14 for the perception.
As you're quickly looking around, you're able to see something approaching you from behind with a tent in the middle. You can't get a good look at it from the snow blistering over and from the dark of night.
Does it look like the same thing I've been
Yes.
seeing?
Prerequisite: dwarf or small race. Squat nimbleness. They're called squats. See?
Shut up. Not the time.
How far out is it?
Within 30 feet. As it's getting closer, you're only able to see a silhouette of this large figure. The only real details you see are two
Giant
goat-like horns coming from its head and two bright eyes
He
piercing through the snow.
He waits until it gets like 15 feet from him and then throws a spear at it.
It's just standing there looking at you. It's not approaching.
He starts walking forward to get his spear back. And then as soon as he picks it up, he backs up back to the tent.
You do so. Let me double check something. Here we go. As it looks at you, you do see a little bit more details. It takes out its arm at a distance. The only bit you're able to see is what looks like a clawed hand that resembles that of an owl's talon. As a quick swipe, as a gust of wind increases and blows the tent off of you two, with you guys inside it.
So we're now just rolling around.
Pretty much.
He immediately turns around and starts bolting after it to try and stabilize it, I guess. And I'm assuming as soon as he looks back,
I will
it's-
let you I will let you do so. Give me a strength check.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna use those dice. No. Alright. 13?
13. You're just able to stop it in time, but there's a little bit of a tear in the tent. Because of it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing these two are awake now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
What is the meaning of this?
The wind picked up, blew the tent away.
Great.
I'll get up and put my clothes on.
Same.
I'd say that's like at the end of your long rest.
Okay.
To make it...
So this is whenever the blizzard's starting to die down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, in terms of blizzard status, lower volume,
Let's see, yep.
flexibility.
So, how far did the tent blow away from where we were?
Funny enough, a good 50 feet.
Alright, so I guess I'll pick the tent up and start, like, walking back to where we were with it.
With them in it?
No, not with
about
them.
to
We're in it.
You're outside, and so you two are out in the weather naked now.
Well, I said I would have
Yeah.
gotten everything.
You got your clothes back, your stuff back on.
I just pick up the tent, turn around, start heading back to where we were.
Well, I'm just gonna pack that tent up because
Yeah.
the blizzard's dying down, and now there's a big hole in it.
Yep.
He sets the tent in front of you.
Yeah, I'll just get
So-
it packed up.
Yep.
As you do so, you get it packed up and you travel a little bit further. It's not too far from where you were as you crest a snow-covered ridge and see a frozen, dismembered corpse in a gully in front of you.
Does it look like a dwarf corpse?
Hold on. Snow covers some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse. The telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that has been hauled away.
You said the snow's covering the corpse?
Yes, but enough for you to see where it is.
I'll walk to the corpse and start, like, dusting it off, like, getting the snow off of it, seeing if I can see any...
You dust it off, and you can definitely see that this is the headless corpse of a dwarf. Unfortunately, his heavier clothing is not to size for you.
Does he have any, like, insignias that he was a dwarf, any symbols on him?
By the way, I am sorry, I did make a mistake in terms of what's in here. It's actually not down that way, but more towards this way.
Oh, up that way.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
That is my bad.
That's completely
That's
fine.
fine. Because that actually makes it easier. Instead of going back to Bryn, we'll just go up to where the rodents are and
Yeah.
go kill the rodents.
So does the dwarf have, like, any insignia that he was part of the group, or...
You do see what looks like a symbol, sort of like a holy symbol of Mordidin that was technically around his now non-existent neck.
He'll take the symbol and just put it in his bag.
Okay.
Is his head around, even if it's not attached to his butt? No?
No head,
No.
No head, no sled.
but there are tracks in the snow nearby.
Let's follow them tracks, gang.
Yep.
Oh.
Same lineup, me
The
in
tracks
front, and
also seem to surround the corpse of the dwarf as well. These tracks are humanoid in shape, but they are smaller than others.
They're not Yeti tracks.
No.
then... So they're small... Okay.
So,
Maybe it was the Yeti that killed him.
and they seem to also go in the direction where the sled went.
But that's where we're going anyhow.
Yep.
Because we're recovering their material for them.
I need a survival check.
Guess since I'm in front, I'll...
I'm assisting him.
Okay. Are you proficient with survival?
That's a.
No, but we have the map.
I got a nat 20.
That's different.
Anyway.
So, just a base die 20.
Yeah, nat 20.
Nat 20? Oh, yeah. These tracks are fresh, like within the last hour fresh. And these are small humanoids, but they are slightly larger than they should be, like snowshoes, if you will.
Are there any, like, I guess, defining features to the tracks? Like, do they look like dragonborns? Does it look like a normal humans?
Give me a knowledge nature.
Okay. That's good.
Are they
nature?
stunty traps?
21.
Okay. You realize that these look like goblin tracks, but they're a little different than what you're used to. What anybody would be used to seeing.
Because he just,
Habu gabu.
just continue following them, just keeping that in mind.
I just
Alrighty.
reminded myself of something funny.
Alright. The tracks lead towards the south, actually.
Okay.
Damn it.
And there's, according to the number of tracks there's about half dozen of them.
So whatever this thing was, it had a lot of legs.
That's what you get from your nat 20, by the way.
Ah.
And considering how long ago they left, you could probably catch up to them in about half hour, maybe.
Alright, yeah. I guess we'll do that. We'll just keep following the tracks until we get within 20 feet of them.
All right, you do so. So, con save.
$22.
22. You're fine this time. Like, you feel a little more invigorated than before, but you're going to need some money soon to get something thicker. So, as you go in that direction, eventually a half hour passes, and the creatures you've been following seem to appear like goblins based on their stature. All 6 of them are groan, grunt. They're cursing loudly as they haul the bulky sled towards what appears to be a 20-foot tall wagon parked in the snow.
Can we
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Sorry. Harnessed to this conveyance are 2 roaring polar bears that don't look happy.
Are they all goblins, you said?
Yes, but they're off in the distance. Give me a perception check
Okay.
to have a better look at them. So to say.
You said we can
From the
hear
distance.
them, like, swearing and everything?
Not exactly what they're saying. Like, you don't understand Goblin.
Okay. Okay.
They're saying.
11.
11? They're not
They're
hiding.
saying we're cold. It's cold out. Put your jacket on, little Tintin.
I'll give it to you. These look a lot different from usual goblins. They're not as bundled up. They are much. Their complexion looks like blue skin with white hair,
Ooh.
but they have these large, like, what look like sacks underneath their chins.
Okay.
Like, that's their biggest defining feature from the looks of it.
So like a rooster's
Oh.
kind of?
More like, imagine like a frog if it were like a second
Oh.
chin, if you will.
Interesting.
More cretin. And point of note, my greatsword isn't over my back like this. It's over my back like this.
Oh, it's like one of the
Yeah.
side
Draw.
Cool.
Easier to draw, and it's got gimbal on it, so that whenever I go through doors,
just-
I can easily
Oh yeah.
pull it up
You
like
could just,
this, or move it around, or however.
yeah.
And so that
You could just
yeah.
like you can. It's horizontal, so that way it's easily adjustable and
Yeah.
easier to pull out.
Yeah.
So we
That makes sense.
so we see the weird goblin creatures and then 2 polar bears.
Like 2 polar bears.
Okay.
So once we notice them, first thing I do is grab my sword and pull it out.
All right. You guys are a good distance away. They don't notice you.
I'm gunning it.
You're gunning it.
gunning it to them with weapon drawn.
Alrighty. So, in this case, everybody roll me initiative.
Net 20. Not bad.
Alright, so I gotta remember these names. So Vorn, Zero,
What?
and a Jean.
Second wind is like, it gives you
my name
extra
is
health.
Vero.
Oh, Vero.
Vero.
I was thinking Vorn.
Pretty sure second wind gives you
Zero,
like an
zero,
extra
and a
D10 health
A Jean.
for like a bonus action.
Okay.
There we go.
On your turn, you can use a bonus action to gain hit points equal to 1d10 plus
Alright,
your fighter.
so initiative.
Total is 21.
18.
18. And you? 10. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. So, first to go is you, technically, Vera.
Vero?
Vero.
Gotcha.
Vero, Zero, and a Jean. Chauncey, Bouncy, and Ned. Anyway,
Alright.
That is
combat
my
has
first-
started.
My last name, I am yet to reveal.
Combat has started, technically.
So I just close the distance I can.
Let me just, change to battle music.
I'd say attack the polar bears first.
Go.
The polar bears are chained up, correct?
From the looks of it, yes.
Oh, the
So I'm
chain.
ignoring them.
Okay.
So, yeah. I am just closing distance right now. If I can get into melee to attack this turn, I will.
You are about a total of 120 feet away from them. So that's
So you
a
can
good
probably
few
get,
turns of movement.
You could use like your action to dash and try and get closer.
That is true.
Yeah, that's entirely what I'm doing. I'm just closing distance.
Alrighty.
Since I don't have spells yet.
Yeah.
Actually, you said I'm 120 feet away. Yeah, I will use my action to dash and get 60 feet away.
Alrighty. That everything?
Yep.
Alrighty. It is now one particular goblin's turn. As they do nothing, but I'm going to roll something. Oh, okay. It is now your turn.
Gotcha. Basically, same thing that he does. I'll go forward 35 feet, action to dash, another 35 feet to get as close as I
35?
can. Yeah, because with Warforged, I went with the skirmisher thing, and it gives me an extra 5 movement whenever I'm not wearing armor.
Okay. Hold on.
So he's gonna get pretty fast considering he's
No,
also
I'm not
alone.
saying that. I'm just double checking.
That's not at like higher level or something.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
pretty sure it's just as soon as you take it.
1 hour warning on register and
I don't.
stuff.
Which Warforged did you go with?
The Unearthed Arcana one, is that different from the Eberron book?
Yes.
Vastly.
Ooh. Okay.
Vastly.
Okay.
We're gonna rework the character sheet after, because I want you to use the one from this book. Okay? But for now, we're gonna use the stuff that you have right for now. Okay?
Okay. I think the speed. But yeah, that'll be my turn.
You guys got
All right. So
a little bit
the
after
other goblin.
finish up your games, whatever.
Okay.
Yep, no problem.
Alrighty. Ajan, your turn. The other goblins don't seem to do anything. They're still bickering amongst themselves.
I'll go as close as I can, get my halberd ready.
Alrighty. a second here. And then, forgot my monster manual at home.
That's
I forgot my
not.
monster manual at home.
That's not good.
No, it's not. So I'm gonna do this instead.
If they're special goblins, aren't they in the IcewindDale book?
No.
No.
No. I meant like, because I wanted to check something different because it's just a slightly modified goblin.
Okay.
So they don't notice you. So it is technically a Jean's turn. What are you doing, Jean?
Eight.
I said that I moved up.
That's so
Oh,
basically same thing as we.
All right,
Yeah.
your turn. You're about 60 feet away
So as I'm running, I'm going
from the
to.
sled. By the way,
What?
you're 60 feet away from the sled. The
Yeah.
goblins are slightly closer, but not a single move action close.
Right. So as I'm moving, I'm only moving 30 feet this round. I'll put my greatsword up in my left hand, hold it against my shoulder. With my other hand, I'll grab out a javelin, and as I've got the running start, chuck it.
All right, roll the hit.
Get him.
18
Nice.
plus 5 is 23.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Javelins are d6. 1 plus my strength, 4 total.
4 total. This guy rolled really bad. You just killed him.
Nice.
So, what happens is that run up, and almost Olympic style, huck the javelin, as these two goblins are just bickering at each other. He just gets speared as one guy was like, ah! Is now the boss goblin's turn. The one, as they're sitting on top of the sled, like the sled that looks like it's what you're looking for, as they turn and like, as the just.
Is he exploding?
You're within range. Give me a con save.
Con.
Oh, is he like doing a breath attack technically?
No, you'll see.
13 plus
You two are just out of range.
3 is a 16.
16. You just make it. As from this goblin, you hear the loudest, sharpest, like a howl of something like a monkey, if you
Okay.
will.
Oh, yes.
It's screeching, and if you didn't notice it in time to cover your ears, it probably would have deafened you for a good while.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. After that, this goblin just goes and got obvious
Yeah.
goblin. Next up is Zero.
Alright, so gonna run as close as I can. Yeah, can I get to the goblins in time? Like within.
What was that?
Can I get to the goblins in time, like with one action, or should I?
No, they're just out of range of that. Just.
So I guess I'm going to get as close as possible without using the dash action, and then I'm gonna try and hurl my spear at the captain or boss. Whatever.
Alrighty. Roll to hit.
What dice do I want to use? Use these. Alright, 19, 26.
That's absolutely gonna hit. Roll for damage.
Alright, actually, is it just 1d6 since I'm just
It's
throwing?
1d6.
Okay.
Plus your strength.
What is it, a javelin?
Javelin.
Yeah.
Ah,
Do you roll a 1 too?
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh.
so that's 4.
Not bad, not bad. As a... The javelin just...
And then,
It is now...
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
it is
that'll be
now
my turn.
regular Gobbo's turns. As a... As the two from the... As there are two that were closer towards the wagon, take out their own javelins. Just huck it. One at each of you. So first up at you.
Okay.
What's your AC again?
19.
19? No, that's a miss.
Gotcha.
Next up is you.
16.
That's just gonna hit.
Oh,
Okay.
4. I also rolled a 1.
Nice.
D6s are just ones today.
So that is 2 points of damage, piercing damage, as a javelin just scratches you on the arm.
Does the javelin, like, land in front of me?
It's beside him.
And you're in front of me.
So,
it
so,
went
So I
past
could,
you.
so on my turn, I
Yeah.
could easily just. Boom.
so the 3 goblins that are more around you guys, one is going to go after you, and the other 2 are going to flank you.
Gotcha.
So first up, you're going to get hit by one of them as he takes out a morning star and just whack.
So how many goblins are there in total? There's a boss, then there's
2 by the cart, and then there's 3 beside you guys.
There
Gosh.
should be 5 left because you said there were half dozen.
Half dozen, and you already killed one.
And I already killed one, so,
so
there's
5 in
left.
total.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
What's your AC again?
16.
That's a miss. Your turn. You're going to get hit with advantage.
Because they're flanking me.
That's definite. What's your AC again?
19.
Even with even that, that's a miss.
Oh.
No, they're both going to miss you. Funny enough, they both rolled max damage.
Oh.
So that AC definitely helped you.
I think
So
the
now-
only thing I did wrong was the speed with the
Your
skirmisher
turn.
thing. Because if that's not a thing, at least from what I looked up, then it's just 30 feet.
Am I close enough to hit them yet? Or am I still a little far away?
Just a smidge away. Like the
You do have a crossbow. Can
You do have
Oh,
a
yeah.
crossbow or a longbow that you can use.
True.
I'll use my longbow.
Alright. Roll the hit.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, nice. So we're going to use the crit rules from before. So it'll be your die roll plus the maximum number of the die plus, you said longbow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus your strength.
That's Dex, I thought.
That's a wouldn't longbow be dex? Cause
Yeah, I thought all bows were Dex.
Okay, so your dex then.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll just say dex for now.
Yeah, I'll just
We'll
have
check
a
out
look.
later.
So your roll.
Let me do that. I'm
You
DM.
roll your base, then you add the maximum
fair.
damage to it, and then plus your dex.
Okay.
So what's your?
So,
So that's 6 plus 8
14.
plus 1.
15.
So 15 damage.
15.
15.
That'll kill him outright.
15 damage?
Yep, 15 damage in total.
Nice. So which one are you attacking?
The 2 by the cart, 1 on him, and 2 on me.
I'll get one of them on him. since he
Don't
has
forget
one.
to use up one of your arrows.
Yeah,
that
I
you
will.
used.
Yeah.
And you said which one?
One of the ones near
them-
me.
Yeah,
One of the ones near him?
Since he
Yeah,
has
that's
more.
definitely gonna kill it as it
Nice.
as pretty much an arrow just goes through right across its
Ooh,
neck as it's just
Nice. And the boss one is still in the cart, right?
on top.
On top. Okay, so there's.
I don't
Was the 5 excluding the boss or including him? including the
So
box.
there should be 4 left
4
now.
left. So three on
Like-
the cart, 1 on me, 1 on you, right? Or 2 on the cart, 1 on me, 1 on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it giving any damage, so it's just going to be the base roll.
Okay. Alright.
From now on, it's any crossbow and and normal bow shots are going to be just a die roll.
Alright, so top of the round, I think.
Top of the round with you.
Get him, Vera.
You'll be within range of. You're actually within range of 1.
Yeah. I'm ignoring him and going for the guy giving orders.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep, absolutely.
Ooh, that's an 18 on the die.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Technically, I did return it, so.
Oh. Take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 7. So,
As a BAM!
not even break.
Right into the back. Like almost like a Charlie horse.
Yeah. So,
You feel an intense pain coming not from your flesh but more of your bone.
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you
So,
like broke the leg.
More like a fracture.
Ew.
only wincing at it, but not breaking my
Yes.
stride.
I mean,
just-
you're level 1.
Yeah. But not breaking my stride. I keep running towards the guy on the cart, and once I get
Alright.
there, I'll use the momentum I've carried to just run forward and give him a
Good old upper slash.
upper slash. Yeah.
Considering she is on the cart, she does have cover. So you'll be rolling with disadvantage.
Okay. How big's the cart?
Pretty big. Like
Okay, because
you're
I was
kinda
think
having to.
because before you were describing it as a sled, so I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a sled,
like-
but there's a lot of stuff on it. Remember?
Oh.
Okay.
I see what you mean. Could try just throwing some. Do you have any range? Could try just shooting him off.
Yeah.
of
See, I didn't know that.
I'll let you take that back if you'd like.
Could just kill the ones around you, and then we'll.
Yeah,
But
work
you'll
on
still
it.
take the attack of opportunity.
Well, see, I thought the thing was just a sled, so I thought it was like
It's a
yay
sled,
tall
but there's a
and
lot of
completely
stuff
open.
on it.
Okay.
Is the thing.
But if she's on top, or if the leader's on
the leader's
top of
on
it,
top of it.
then okay. Well, like how high is it?
Probably about.
Is it taller than he is? Because you're what, 6'8",
I'm 6'8".
6'8", so
It's essentially. Well, she's on this wagon, but hold on. Let me. Okay, no. She is on this 20-foot tall wagon, not the sled so much.
Okay, so she's on a wagon, not a sled.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am sorry.
Then yeah, I
If,
wouldn't have
to
done that.
better describe what it looks like,
oh, okay,
almost like a mobile
Okay.
watchtower.
like a mobile
Okay,
home.
so yes, seeing that can take back everything. That's not
Yes.
at all what I would have done. I would have just gone for the person and melee with me.
See, I already rolled the damage though.
Right, but I just feel misled about the situation.
I mean, I probably wasn't clear. I'm sorry.
Right.
You could take back the 5 points.
Okay. Thank you. Then I will go for a melee attack against the person in melee with me.
Alright, roll to hit.
11 plus 5 is a 16.
16, that will hit. Roll for damage.
Nice. Yeah.
That is a 7 plus 3 is...
10.
Yep, 10 damage.
10?
Yep.
You cut a massive wound into this goblin, but it's just still. The boss's turn. Let me just roll something. She gets that back
Ah,
as a
beating.
all of you con save.
Would I have advantage on this? Actually, would it be?
No.
Okay, so no.
I rolled a
Oh
22.
no,
Okay.
that's a fail. I got a 1.
What? Oh.
12.
12? Okay. You make it. You absolutely failed.
Yeah.
You now have the deafened condition. You cannot hear anything around you. All right. That is her turn. So it is now your turn.
So I guess now that I can't hear, he's gonna quickly pick up the spear that was like thrown at him and just go to the guy next to him.
All right, roll to hit.
All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 23.
23, that definitely hit. Roll for damage.
So, and he is double handing this, so it's a 1d8.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so it's. Is it dexterity or strength?
For what?
For the extra damage. Like, is it? Do I add my strength or my dexterity?
Whichever you want.
I'll go with my dex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 13 damage.
13.
Yep, and then bonus action for the martial arts.
So this is the one beside you. Okay.
Bonus action for the
You
martial.
said how much again?
13.
13. Yeah, you just shove it into you shove it behind you. This javelin just goes right into the eye through the back of the head, just killing it immediately.
Then rips it out, catches it in his own hand, and just tosses it up onto the boss goblin.
All right.
Not best. 22.
22 to hit.
Yep.
Is this a flurry of blows?
No, it's martial arts. If you're using a monk weapon, you can use your bonus action to hit them.
Okay, so you're attacking the other one?
Yep. The boss one.
You're nowhere near the boss.
Oh, so I can't. Okay,
It has to be within melee.
gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I'll just attack the other one then.
All right, so the to hit.
Would it be less because it's martial arts, which is 1d4 plus my dex?
1d4 plus what?
1d4 plus my dex for martial arts. Does that...
Dex or strength, whichever's higher. So in your case, it'll be Dex.
Alright, that's 9 extra damage to the one that's sitting next to you.
So you just a quick whack. Because of the construction of your body, it wasn't in the impact of it just caved in its skull as it falls to the ground dead.
And just rips it out, readies it for the... That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. It is now the goblin's turn as the one that's you're in front of, the one that you almost killed, is just as almost beside you two, as if covered by snow. 4 more pop out.
What? He cloned himself.
No. As 3 are going to attack
He
you.
didn't clone himself. It was, I think it's like a spell or something. Like a mirror.
They were just hiding in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass.
Yes.
I can't believe. I thought it was like a spell or something. No, it's just.
Yeah,
That will be a 19 to hit
Alright, that hits.
for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And the next 2 attacks will have advantage since they're flanking you.
You get your lay on hands.
Yeah.
Natural
but
20.
Oh.
I'm not going to have the chance.
Natural 20. It did roll a 1, but it's a natural 20. So that will be 10 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Alrighty. As the other goblin beside you just... You fail at that save.
Okay.
I think it was 2... Let me double check that save.
The way that works is you still have to roll to hit. They have advantage on the roll, and if they hit, it's automatically a critical. So I failed 2 death
Another
saves.
nat 20.
So yeah.
So he automatically fails
So
to.
that's 2 death saves.
Yeah.
Then they're going to attack you twice with advantage.
So how many are there in total?
19 to hit. What,
So
Yeah.
did you kill
22,
yours?
yeah.
I killed
for
mine.
5 points
Then
of
there
bludgeoning.
was the one that I was fighting, plus the 2
Which
at the cart, plus
And
the
then-
4 more that just popped out.
What's your AC again?
12.
Because I killed 2 of them.
That one's going to hit for a total of 9.
I killed 2
So-
of them that were next to me, which was
So the whole, all the damage is equal to 9.
because I killed the one by stabbing it through the eye,
It's an
and then I
additional
caved the
nine.
one's skull.
Oh, then there should be.
All that's left is the
only
monk.
6 left.
Oh boy, they're Oh no! This is a situation.
As the 2 goblins up above, since they already threw their javelins, are going to hop out of their come out of the wagon. That's their whole turn. So it is technically you're down. So death
death
save. Hold up, yo, you death save
I
first.
fail.
Okay.
I die.
D20, right?
Yep,
Yep.
D20. Don't add anything.
12.
12. You make a death save.
All right, so that's
Fortunately,
success.
Yeah.
you failed. Your character is now dead.
Yep.
He wasn't lying. Let's see.
Well, all right. Whoever's after him then.
Jeez.
All right, so
As the boss let me roll something real quick. Nope. Okay.
how many are
As she's just gonna watch over the battle, keeping an eye on things.
how many are around me now?
There are. Wait a minute. You killed the. I'm sorry. The one over by the wagon. I'm sorry. They're not there, and they're not there. They were all. The 2 over there were already killed.
I was about because I killed 2 of them.
Yeah,
on my
I was
turn.
mistaken there.
So,
No, there was the one he had critically hurt, and then there's the 4
died.
others.
well, he killed that one, didn't he? Because he killed the one that he was fighting, and then,
then
he
the
came
4
over and killed
others
the one
appeared.
that.
So there's 5 of the others now.
Yeah.
And that's counting the boss, right?
No, the boss is the 6th.
6 in total.
Yeah.
So
As they're all just.
I guess he's just gonna spin his spear and then just stab the one. And
Roll
then
the hit.
Yep. Come on. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 24.
That will hit. Roll for damage.
1, 3, 4, 5. 12. 12 damage.
12 damage.
Yep.
You can't.
Which one are you hitting?
Whichever one looks the weakest near me.
The all ones near you are all pretty much fine.
Okay, then whatever one looks the
But
weakest.
you did kill them in one shot.
Can't
and then-
complain about not rolling good now.
Yeah. And then bonus action to basically do the same
Flurry of
thing.
blows.
Martial
Oh,
arts.
oh yeah, martial
Yeah.
arts. I'm sorry.
Bonus action just basically take the stick
Another
end of it and
strike.
stab.
Roll the hit.
22.
22. That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think the martial arts has to be an unarmed attack, though.
Oh, unarmed.
So roll a die 4 then.
Okay.
Oh, did you roll a die 4?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Alright, so either way it's a 9.
9?
Punching.
So, almost, once again, thwack.
Yep.
Like, you dent in this goblin's skull. He looks really dizzy, but he's still just standing.
And then he just continues to hold his spear and kind of hold his ground.
Alright, so, the 4 remaining goblins.
They would all have...
Okay. As, they're looking at each other, they look pretty concerned as they're actually going to start running away.
I'm taking my opportunity.
You can only attack
on
one.
whichever one looks the weakest.
There's 2 of them technically that look the weakest.
Can I use my martial arts to kill the second
No.
one? Okay, so
That's your martial arts only goes off on your turn
gotcha.
as a reaction.
Okay, gotcha. So I guess, yeah, I guess I'll just stab whichever one's the weakest, which is, I don't know. It doesn't. One of the 2.
All right,
No. He did it himself.
All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 18.
that'll hit. Roll for damage.
7.
7.
Yep.
Yeah. Just bash. Like thrust. You thrust your javelin into one of them, like spearing right through them. With only 3 regular goblins remaining, they're running away since most of their numbers are gone. Especially one of the more weakened ones.
So
It is your turn, by the way.
I'm
Hold
go-
up, no, I'm sorry. First is the goblin ones.
Oh,
Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
I'm
what
sorry.
about him?
Death save. Die 20 again.
okay. Remember, don't add anything.
9.
9.
9.
That
That
is
is
a
one
fail.
fail.
Alright.
So now
It is the
it is the
goblin.
boss's turn.
It isn't, but I have the ability to.
By the way, you did not hear. You aren't not able to hear like any of your allies fall.
No, it did not.
So during the heat of combat, she does not get that back,
Okay.
as she too is.
Starting to basically get the thing ready to leave.
Okay. Now she seems more concerned considering what's just happening. As she goes over, takes the reins, and just the large towers moving away.
Is that
But the sled that you're there for is not attached.
what
As some
about
of the ropes just kind of like undo themselves as the big sled's going away.
What about the other goblins? Did they like jump on the cart and go
They're
with her? Or?
trying to get away. They're not able to get to the wagon. Their big wagon in time.
Okay. So
Do you want to spare them, or do you want to?
can I look around to see if my allies are still? I know I can't hear anything, but can you look around to see if
You
they're...
see both of them down now, and I'm going to say at this point, do you want to end combat?
Yeah. He'll stow his spear
Alright.
and immediately rush over to both of them.
More trash.
Let's give me a moment here. I've got a Subway commercial. There we go. As the goblins are running away, and what you're here for is staying there, you see both of your compatriots down.
I go.
Hey, death save.
Alright.
As you're approaching him.
Just don't roll a 1.
18.
18, that's another pass. So what do you do?
I go over to him first and see. I saw him run away. Run to them
Yeah,
first.
you go over to him.
Check his pulse.
Gone.
I'm a corpse.
He's absolutely gone.
Gets up and then heads over to him.
Alright, one more. Another death save as he's approaching you. Jacob,
Oh,
death
One
save.
more death save.
10.
That's a success.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So, you are completely stable, but you are unconscious.
Okay.
So, or just erase all those death saves and whatnot, because you're good. And as you get over to him, you see that he is just fine, just completely got out.
I
to
kind
say.
of, shake him awake.
You?
Medicine check?
Yeah. Give me a medicine.
Probably not. Medicine 9.
It looks as though, like, he isn't dead, but in terms of, like, if he's not in some warmer clothing now,
He's not gonna.
He's not gonna make it.
He's gonna end up freezing to death.
pretty much.
I'm gonna go to the cart, drag it over to where we are.
Strength check.
Okay. No. That's a 12.
12?
Yeah.
You can't move it.
Can I see if there's any warm clothes on the on the sled?
No, it's just iron ingots. It's a whole sled of just iron ingots.
Does he have warm clothes on?
Yes, he does.
I'm gonna take them off of
It
him.
is slightly damp from some residual blood, unfortunately.
I'm gonna take them off of him and then put them onto him.
Alright. So put onto you, now have warm clothing. And for now, Everything seems calm for the moment.
And after his warm clothing is on, I'm gonna pick him up, put him onto the sled, and then I'm gonna start hauling it back to...
Yep. Hauling what?
Hauling the sled and with him on top of it.
You won't be able to do that. There's a lot of ingots on there. And ingots are heavy.
Yeah.
But, by the way, before you head on over to the sled, as you see it's fine and you're just finishing putting on the warm clothes, you turn around as you see the snow and blizzard, yet another blizzard starting to pick up. And as you turn around to where the sled is, you see that figure again over his corpse.
He immediately takes a spear and rushes over to stab it.
As you're rushing over, you just feel like a gust. It just, without even looking at you, you see a raised hand, like talon-like hand, come up as a gust of wind tries to push you back. Give me a strength check, strength save to stay balanced.
Oh yeah, 21.
Like, you're absolutely fine as your movement is slower, but
he's not
you're
knocked
not
down.
You're not getting blown back. And as you get closer, you get a better image of what this thing looks like, even in the dark of night and with the blizzard around. This figure looks as though it's an amalgamation of different creatures. It has the horns of what looks like a ram connected to an owl-like head. Its body is that more reminiscent of a bear, but fur more like a wolf's. Its arms come out like a bear's, but into actual owl-like talons. And its lower left half, its legs, go out into almost similar to that of a minotaur, as it has 2 cloven feet. As you see, I get to finally use one of these. Give me a second here. As you see this thing.
Oh.
As this thing reaches down to pick up his corpse.
Can I see it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow.
Oh, okay.
As this thing reaches down to pick up his corpse, as you're trying to fight through the wind, as it picks up his corpse by the collar, not even paying attention to you with its arm still raised, as almost immediately as you're looking at it, it just vanishes into an icy wind that goes through you.
And it goes with his corpse.
With his corpse. As the blizzard starts to pick up.
Is there any, caves nearby that I can...
No.
Oh.
The only real shelter you have, technically, is the sled to protect yourself from the wind.
I guess I'm going to try... I'm going to, put his corpse into the sled so he can get as warm as possible. And then...
He's not a corpse yet.
Well,
We know
basically,
what you mean.
he's like a living corpse.
I'm a living corpse.
Yeah.
A zombie.
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna put him in there so we can get, keeping him as warm as possible.
Yep.
And then... I guess I'll just kind of try and wait out the blizzard.
Huh? Alright, so give me a second here.
I'm
You do
rolling-
not need to make any saves.
Yep, because... Warforged boy.
Okay. Now we'll say that you do have a short rest amongst this time.
Rolling stats for a new character. First roll was an 18.
Okay.
That bodes well.
Well, don't jinx me.
Damn it.
That was only one roll.
Well, the edgy character got what he
jinxed it.
deserved.
What?
The edgy character got what he deserved now.
Yeah.
I will admit, I'm really curious as to what the heck he was.
And now we'll have to get a new secret for you.
Yep.
Well, secret is you have no secret.
The secret wasn't you all along.
The secret is you know the absolute number of all reason and truth in the
Right there.
world.
I'm surprised you're
But-
not being the weird guy in the cave.
I remember when I had a secret to the universe. And everything that revolves around it.
You know what?
Don't mind me, I'm just freezing my butt off in
By the
sun.
way, you do notice something since you're still in that same vicinity. Due to your passive perception, like before it was covered by snow, you see what looks like an odd stone on the ground.
He's gonna walk
Like
over.
you notice that whenever that thing picked up his corpse,
It
it
left.
fell out of his pocket.
He's gonna pick up the stone and look at it.
It looks like it's some form of stone with like this weird dwarven rune on it.
I'm gonna take out the holy symbol and like compare the two.
They're absolutely different. It's not a holy symbol, it's just a rune, like a different inscription.
What that was.
Since you don't read and you don't understand it.
So
Logan, I was
he'll-
wondering what that was. I thought it was static from the radio. It was static.
he puts.
Yes, they enjoy listening to static. It sets the ambiance for a.
I mean, I do like to listen to snow.
Hey, can you watch the front for me?
So he just puts both in his bag, and then
Go.
No, you.
figure out a way so I can get both. Of
You go.
I'm gonna watch the front.
No,
Do you want
go.
to sit through the...
Too bad.
Yeah, he's gonna sit through the
Alright.
blizzard.
Hey, after a bit of time has passed, you do come back up with
What?
1 HP. As this blizzard does die down. This blizzard is effectively over by now. It was 4 hours long.
What happened?
Can you? Seriously.
I know. I'm trying to. I can't do this voice. Whatever. Okay.
Don't worry about voices. Just make sure we're able to understand
Be
you.
audible.
Yes,
Yeah.
because a lot of times when you're speaking, I cannot hear you, and that's not because of this.
Yeah, it's because.
Like I'm still able to just hear you.
I know. All right. Fuck it. You and Vero were incapacitated.
As you guys are talking, you
Oh.
get this out of the way. I don't even know what my background is yet. I know. But let's just get this out of the
But I
way.
did roll 2 18s.
So he's dead.
Yep.
He wasn't kidding when he said this was hard. That's actually funny.
Big deadly.
First session in, dead.
If it wasn't for my AC, I would have also been dead.
I get what you're trying to do with the voice. I'd say just practice it and try
Yeah.
to like. Because like when you do that voice, you're straining your throat, so that's why it's coming out quiet. But
That's the point. It's supposed to be like a ghostly kind of voice, but I can't do it loud
like
enough so it's
maybe you
understandable.
could try and talk like Don Corleone from The Godfather.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you don't know The Godfather?
Giuseppe
I'm going to make
Stromboli.
an offer that you can't refuse.
Oh my god.
Never heard that? No?
I'm gonna be able to play this up so well.
Yeah. I'd say practice it. But
Because in this area, it makes sense for Kobold to be. Anyway, at least he mentioned out information. Sorry about that.
Alright.
So, do you guys travel on back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes a couple of hours. It's not hard to get to 10 towns. Thankfully, no encounters along the way. As you, with the help of him, even though you are a little tired from the fight, you're able to, even with the wounds, you're still able to pull this very heavy sled to 10 towns. It does take about a couple more hours than what it would be, but you're able to bring this sled to town.
Can I see the other books for Bard subclasses?
This is the only one I really have.
Okay.
So when we get back to town, I look for whoever hired us.
Alright, you go back to the tavern that you met the dwarves in, and they're still there as they turn around to you. As Runa gets up and approaches you, well, is it back?
Gives a nod, and he takes out the dwarf's little symbol the corpse's symbol that it had on him. And then
Thank you. His family and clergy would be happy to see his holy symbol back. She says as she pockets it for now. As she also pulls out what looks like a couple of what looks like 3 stones, but it's like, where's your friend?
he just makes a symbol, and then he holds up the stone that the
Sorry, tavern. I gotta move this to tavern, I'm sorry.
after he makes the gesture, he pulls out the symbol that the creature dropped,
Yeah, my stuff fell
and
over.
just says
Wait, creature?
whatever picked him up and vanished and then dropped the stone.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not one of ours.
I know. Whatever creature took him, dropped.
No.
this.
It dropped out his pocket.
Oh,
not
it
the
dropped out of
creature.
his pocket. Okay, so. And he just puts it back in his bag. Your silver's out front.
Good. We can get that to where it needs to be. She says as she takes the one stone and hands you both each a gemstone. And this gemstone is about 50 gold each. 50 gold in worth. So...
Yeah.
Well, your outfit looks a little bloody. Take it at...
That was from his corpse. He did
We
not.
are sorry, but you did help the dwarves of Kelvin's camp. We will let the other dwarves of Kelvin's camp know what you've done for us, but there's not much else we can do considering. As she looks out to the weather outside. It's picked up a slight, but it's not a storm. But, in either case, what do you two plan on doing? By the way, you can roleplay that if you want to make it easier.
What?
You can roleplay him if you want.
Oh, Draxa?
To, just to make it easier to guess who's back.
Again.
Drax is a bard. This is-
And he's back in his proper realm.
yeah. And bard is what Draxa was originally.
Jax is back.
How is Draxa back?
Because my character died
Because
session
the
1.
Hobbit.
My character died session 1.
So he's bringing in Draxa as his backup.
Yep.
You seriously killed your tiefling?
No, his tiefling died.
I didn't kill it. It just died.
How did
Because
Group of goblins.
a bunch of goblins.
I got
So
surrounded.
Draxa would
Level
be like,
one.
I'm here!
I got surrounded
Oh.
in natural 20 multiple
By the
times.
way, yeah.
Yeah, just the rolls.
Why?
I can't help that when that 20s come up.
So you're gonna bully everybody with Draxa?
I'm going to.
Of course.
I'm going to ruin the
The immersion.
the immersion of the campaign
Well, you're
with
a
Draxa
bard.
shenanigans.
Look, you're a bard.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you bully Draxa!
Don't call.
Last call for garbage.
Yes. Draxa was
Ryu.
No,
original.
I told you.
Ryu.
I told you that.
What?
Ryu,
Garbage.
get in the bag.
Ah.
So,
Thank you.
So
well,
you're actually pulling him back as that?
As a fly, yeah. That's what he was originally.
I know, you told me that,
Yeah.
so I could easily transition over
No.
to you.
but that is,
returns.
no, that
Transition.
is tempting me so bad now. That
So-
is
So
tempting.
join?
That's tempting me so bad
Look at his
now.
stat line. Look at what I rolled for stats. Top.
2 18s. Dexterity and charisma, people.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So that dexterity is going to become a 20.
Now you're seriously tempting me to join just because Drax is coming back.
Do
Oh
it.
my
We
God.
need a fourth.
Yeah.
I
need a
want
fourth.
to so bad, but I don't know what to play though. That's the thing.
We've got
Fighter,
monk.
bard, monk.
Pretty much.
So you could go like
He just carried the party. I will say
yes.
that. But you will have to adjust your race.
From what I'm
proper.
seeing, the only thing that I did wrong was the speed.
So you're a fighter now?
Yeah.
You smart.
And
So,
fighter may
the
be
best thing
better
for
for
us
you
would
because
be
it's
a
a lot
cleric
simpler
or
than
a
casting.
druid.
And it'll give you a little more
I
practice.
mean, I did
I
like
could be a
playing
druid.
wizard though.
I know exactly what.
Icy Druid.
No. You're gonna hate me.
Twilight.
You're gonna
Oh
no. You're
my
gonna hate
God.
me. Go. You're
Oh
gonna
my
hate me. Go.
God.
No. You're gonna hate me.
Okay, Bard Draxa is a little different than
Paladin Draxa.
yeah, basically.
But you're gonna hate me though,
Okay.
because if I
So,
pull, if
you do play, level
I-
2, because everybody just leveled
well,
up.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I would probably.
Well-
you just survived. You got carried into
Hey.
a
Well,
level
you
up.
only had to split the XP 2 ways.
Yeah.
What
Well, no,
That's not my
we're gonna do
druid.
miles. It makes
Yeah.
it a little easier.
Because I
That
have a
would've
druid
been
that,
funny
but it's,
if we all died in the first session.
I'm to be fair.
You meant
To be
I'm
fair,
going
you
to
guys
hate
wiped
you,
out
not
like the
Draxa.
first
You're gonna
wave
hate
really
me. You're gonna
relatively
hate me.
easily,
You're gonna
and then the
hate
second
me.
wave just
Yeah,
no.
I did not
gonna
expect
hate me.
the
You're gonna hate me
second
so
wave
bad.
of them just popping up.
Swear. Oh my god.
first wave. This is
That's the
fine.
only-
Second wave.
Yeah, second wave. Suddenly
So,
dead,
if somebody
unconscious.
I think they need a tank.
Oh well.
Favorite, no.
It's-
What I
Crunch,
can do,
crunch,
I can do.
crunch.
Druid-
What? I'm
Druid
not the
has-
tank.
Druid has favorite turn, right?
You have to work. You can't,
Yeah, I know.
Depends on
Yeah, I know.
But I can encourage the tank.
I can go.
You!
Circle
You
of
are the
awareness
tank.
is the only
Yeah.
Be the tank.
You
Encompass
are
them.
an
I can
AC
do that.
tank.
I can do that.
Yep, AC tank, just not damage tank.
Yep.
But
Not
also
yet.
circle the
Once I get flurry of blows,
That's
then
what my character is.
Circle of spores is best.
No, it's
no,
not.
circle,
It's
circle
broken.
of spores
It's
is
broken.
C tier.
it's the most aesthetic one.
It's really good.
Hey,
It's really good situationally. It's a C tier. It's C tier.
Anyway,
so, do you want me to do
Why
my
you-
normal voice, or do you
Stop.
want me to do
He
like...
should be our
It's annoying
sound
me.
guy.
legit
Yeah,
was
he
annoying.
could be our sound effects man.
Or do
Do
you want...
what you want.
So,
It's raining outside.
all right, you can take down the advert if Ashley is, since Ashley I think is joining.
Ashley, are you joining?
What?
Are you
Are
joining?
you joining?
I need to know so because I had an advert set up for
Yes. I
the
put it
game
in
for
the
one more player.
advertisement.
Will Shearsha make a return?
No, not Shearsha. It's
Oh.
a totally different character. No. He's gonna hate me, like, personally, he's gonna hate me for it, but you guys are gonna laugh so hard.
I'm excited.
Okay, so I pull up...
Am I
Yes.
taking you down?
Okay.
The gang is back
Well, that
Get
together.
someone
that
else.
fixes it.
So
that's
I'm
also-
gonna have to create my character, aren't I?
Yep. Level 2.
I don't have anything right now for...
Ashley?
rolling.
I do have
So
character
what's
sheets.
the
I know you
increase
do,
of
but I don't
health?
have anything for rolling right now.
Ashley, you can borrow my dice.
We've
You
got
get an
tons of
extra
dice.
10 plus your
Yeah.
con.
I don't
So
want
an
to
extra
use
11.
Your dice are
Oh, so
poopy.
double?
Use these
I
dice.
want to use my rainbow dice.
I literally
Felt.
rolled 2 18s with those.
So I'm 22.
You're
since
rolling
you were-
7. You're rolling
Yes.
7
That's a lot
times,
better.
re-rolling once.
I do not have a caster sheet.
Hey, Ashley, can someone keep an eye on the front for me?
Oh,
I
here it
need to use
is.
the
Caster
restroom.
sheet.
Nice. She rolled an 18 with my dice. I swear they're not loaded.
I'll write down.
Yeah. Because
I need a pencil.
Ashley,
I need a... Nah,
I'm DM.
pencil.
I'm DM. I'm supposed to supply this stuff for players. So,
Yeah.
so real quick, since you two are conversing, Draxa,
Yeah.
you find
Have to reroll one.
something has happened again. You find yourself under something very cold.
Some tomfoolery.
Look around. Am I covered in snow?
Yes.
Eh.
It's not hard to move it though.
Yeah. I get up, sit up, look around. Where am I at?
No, you were like when you set up, you recognize this general area thanks to bardic knowledge.
Yeah. Where am
You're
I at?
literally just outside of Bryn Shander. Like, literally right beside the path.
Oh, hi, guard. Hello.
That's the guard's like,
The fuck?
I'm not drunk. I'm too sober
Wait,
for
can I check
this.
the
As he
roll?
walks away.
Seven?
Do
Seven?
you need a drink? I got some.
He walks away.
I'm making a persuasion check.
Okay.
Take my beverage.
12 plus my persuasion is going to be an 18 plus I'll be a bard, so I will put
Expertise?
Well, I don't get expertise yet.
Oh.
I'm not a rogue. I don't get it at level 2.
Oh, rogue?
Um,
I thought you were going bard.
Well, yeah, I said I'm not a rogue, so I don't get expertise at level 2.
Oh, right.
So proficiency is 2.
Take out the lowest.
12 is
My lowest
6.
is a 13.
Take the 13 then.
Okay, I have 18, 14, 14, 15, 17, and 15.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. What race?
I'm a... What is it called in here? I'm a Khajiit.
Ooh.
You are now Tabaxi.
I am Tabaxi, that's what
You're
it's called.
Tabaxi.
I'm
Oh my
Tabaxi.
goodness, you're
You have
one of the Khajiit caravans. IcewindDale.
Yes!
Khajiit has whales, yes?
No, you...
So I rolled a total of 18 to
Khajiit has
persuade.
ways if you have coin.
I rolled a total of 18 to persuade him to drink on the job.
He takes the drink, but he doesn't take a swig.
Asshole.
He has it though.
Whatever. I'll come back for that skin later.
I don't know Druid. I fail.
Okay.
Okay. My lowest score was a 13.
He just roll me a
Everyone's
persuasion
Huh?
one more time.
Everyone's locked in.
What?
I locked you in.
20. Dirty. Thank you.
I'm gonna do this.
So, by the way,
Huh?
nothing too crazy, but
I'm gonna, because I cannot remember my character's name. That's the thing. I cannot remember
no,
my
that's
character's
fine.
name.
That's fine. I won't include her then at the moment for this week.
I don't even think I have
Okay.
her, like, even written
You got the
down
back?
or anything.
I'm just
You
gonna
got
go
what you needed.
College of Lore, the best bard college.
Oh, actually, come with me real quick.
Ugh.
This is character creation stuff. Because guess what? Like Chris and Strahd.
What are you doing?
I bust open the door to the tavern with my, like, probably minuscule strength. So I go, hello!
Stabbed.
Wait, are we in the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still in the tavern. We were just getting paid.
What is that?
I need fire. I need warmth.
He just points over to where the spit roast is. Just
It is hilarious. All right. Oh.
Can, I need to see that real quick.
Yeah.
Would you like to
Do you
go
mind if I
bowling,
hold on to
cousin?
this card because I need some
I
time
can
to look
message it to you.
at it? Okay.
Let me just
monks get anything spectacular.
All right. So
Is it EXP or milestone?
milestone.
Okay, cool.
Drakaza. Kobold. What's her name?
Are we doing encumbrance?
Yes.
Okay,
We are keeping track of weight because certain effects go off depending on how much weight and how much you're carrying.
So I don't have her name yet, but I will message to you when I actually find it.
Okay. Tabaxi.
As a kitty cat. I go meow.
I'm just doing some cleanup here in game. that moment where you realize that Bahamut has just put you here for some reason.
Bard Kobold or Bard Draxa is actually not.
Religious?
It's not that he's not religious. He just doesn't actively worship any god in particular. He is also white in scale color.
Okay. So how would you have gotten in the snow? Oh, what background are you?
Probably entertainer. Let me go ahead and go through those.
And I do want to know your background, Ashley.
Give me a
get
moment.
key
It's
points.
strictly backgrounds only from player handbook.
Flurry of blows. Punch multiple times.
So pretty much, I'm just gonna get the party together before we end things for tonight. Okay?
I'm assuming I won't need my dice.
I take it no game tonight, Ashley? Alright, I'm
Oh.
gonna...
What?
What do I
Alright,
know?
so now I know. I could just take Ryu straight home then.
How much actually knows
What do I get?
What?
I think you get your fighting style.
Fighting style.
I think.
For sure, no Elvis.
Great weapon.
You know Draconic?
Does it give me like a
I'm
plus something?
figuring out.
Okay. Because I'm keeping track of what languages you know, what your background is, how much carry what you have.
Oh, no, you get action surge.
So I'm going to
That basically
erase this.
you can if I'm correct.
Question.
Yes.
Okay.
Action surge.
Is it okay to be
You're
a
good. You can push yourself beyond your normal limits.
one of
On
the,
your turn, you can take one additional.
what are they
action.
called? The winged
And
kobold.
you
Yes,
only
I
get
wanna use that.
yeah,
An
you
earth.
only get one use.
Yeah.
Just not having the ability to fly because
And of
that's
course that
broken.
replenishes
Yeah,
on
well-
long or short rest.
Here's the thing. You can be that, but instead of pack tactics, you get the flight. Okay?
And I get an extra 10 feet
Okay.
of movement
Okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
because
Alright.
I'll take that
boys.
instead of pack tactics.
It's
I'm tall.
that's
fast,
the
and
only
tanky.
fair exchange I can think of.
6
Yeah.
wave is like.
By the way, you never have to worry about bright light unless
like
it's
me
magic.
with an extra like.
Because
Okay.
it's constantly night,
Okay,
so to say.
3 heads.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
don't know that.
So I'm 6'2", if I'm correct. It's like me with an extra 5 heads on top of me. He's a tall boy.
Talk about breaking into characters. And breaking one completely.
Breaking.
He died.
He served his purpose. Secretly, his
That's
purpose was.
disappointing. You didn't get to
Yeah.
learn about him.
I was so confused.
Infernal just for the swears.
Like, because apparently he wasn't a dragonborn. Apparently he wasn't.
You mean
like,
the curse words?
Yeah.
a kobold. So like, what the hell was?
Technically, humans only use orcish curse words, technically, but... No, I'm kidding. I need to know all the languages you know, considering how Bard is.
Yep. Common, Infernal, Draconic, and Goblin.
Goblins? Okay. Are you taking that because I threw goblins at you guys?
No.
Just in
because
case.
Goblins are a rival race to kobolds. That is why.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I was just joking,
Yeah.
considering.
What determines languages?
And then, of course, Ashley will
your
never get
race,
this. And then,
background, and class.
I pretty much just need, like, character sheets real quick so I can
I
record
know,
info
too.
for quick
That's the same. I think I
referencing.
only get.
That's really it. Like, it's nothing too crazy.
Making me a fast boy.
And so I can choose the equipment or the gold amount.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you
but
choose
then-
the gold amount, you can
then
just
I have
do
to
your purchasing.
purchase the
But
equipment.
I
And
got
it's still the
common
same
and
price no matter
primordial.
what size you are.
Right.
Basically, it lets me see.
No, I was
speak with,
just
like,
double checking
elementals.
What's your
I've
background?
actually never played that way.
I think that's it.
Sage.
I think it's
Sage?
just elementals.
You came to
So is it
Icewind Dale in search of ruins and artifacts left behind by the giants who ruled the ancient empire of Ostoria.
Gonna have to message
Yeah.
me that so I can write it down.
Huh?
Gonna have to message me that so I
Oh
can
yeah.
write it down.
To find even one Ostorian relic
Could be.
would fulfill a lifelong dream and make your rivals back home green with envy.
I thought about.
I bring all the shinies home.
Pretty much. Ha! I found
The first
Chinese.
time you spoke, it sounded like you were going for like an Irish.
Watch me throw my wings now, bitches.
Voice.
Oh.
at the moment.
Which makes sense.
I can't think.
You
Because
wanna know my background?
What's your
I
background?
thought about
Failed
Italian
merchant.
too, but I don't know.
Failed merchant?
You mean guild artisan?
No, failed merchant.
Is that an actual...
Is that an actual background
Oh.
from player handbook?
No.
Only ones from player handbooks.
Oh man.
The closest thing would be guild artisan.
I know.
I thought
So
I just find being the backseat of being failed merchant.
no,